What up? Coming at y'all with another video. I know it's been a while. I just been kind of busy actually wrapping up a music project. I also had to do this thing where I was making instrumentals every day, making beat making videos every day, having to edit the videos as well as the beats. That pretty much kept me occupied the last couple of weeks. That's why I haven't made many videos on the Raiders side of things, but I have been watching, so this is what this is about. They're actually going into their game this Sunday against the Chargers. Second time around, I said at the beginning of the season they would likely split, and that was even before that very first game where they went to LA and they didn't look so good, the Raiders meaning. They still had a chance to win that game, even with Carr's interceptions. And to me, I think that this weekend, especially given the last 2 weeks, it kind of looked like things are starting to get more consistent in terms of the offense. They're finding ways to close out games. The defense has even looked better. And as reports say, Nate Hobbs is likely to play. He's been practicing. And if they can get by this week, then next week they should get back Waller and Renfro. And, over the course of the last couple of weeks, I'm sure most of you felt this way as well. But I felt like it was pretty much over. And for me to be more convinced that they'll have a shot, I think they have to win this game Sunday. That'll give them 3 wins in a row going into the Rams on Thursday night of next week. So they'll have a very short week. And I don't want to say for sure, but 9-8 possibly could get you into the playoffs. I still think they have the chance to go 10-7. Now they have to basically win out, but it's still possible. And there's been just a lot of talk aside from what's been going on with the team to whether or not Carr is coming back. And I think a lot of what happens in the next couple of weeks will determine that. I think Carr is starting to kind of grasp McDaniel's offense. The team just looks a lot better the last 2 weeks, and we want to see if they can keep it going. I know, like last year, for example, they had to win 4 games in a row to get into the playoffs. So even though, they don't have exactly the same team player for player, they still have a lot of the people that were on that playoff team last year that kind of went through, those ups and downs and just having to grind it out at the end of the season. So I'm not saying that's going to happen. They still have a shot, obviously, and we just want to take it week by week. But I was one of the people. I ain't gonna say I still am, but I want to see more out of McDaniels. I feel like in these one-score games, a lot of his decision making late in games has cost them some of these games. Just some of his play calling. There were certain instances, I believe. What game was it? I know Tennessee was one, and there was another game, but it was like 3rd and 2 in both of those games. And McDaniels opted to go for passes both of those times when you got Josh Jacobs, who, by the way, needs to get paid. That man last week, 303 yards of total offense. And, he's been showing out the whole entire year. He's even kind of injured right now with his calf and still performing that way. Jacobs needs a new contract. But I say that to say that McDaniels should have rode Jacobs out in those games, and not no sweep to the right or to the left. Just run it up the middle, get the first down, keep your drive going. Especially, I believe, in one of those games, the Titans game, for example, that the Raiders at that point in time had 2 timeouts. So let's say, I think it was 1:30 left, and they run the football twice. They get the first down with Jacobs. You got your timeouts in your back pocket, so go ahead and use them. But I think McDaniels is kind of starting to figure it out a little bit. We'll see. We'll see if they get this W this week. But I look forward to what the remaining part of the season holds. schedule's not too bad, but it ain't, it ain't a cupcake schedule by any stretch. They got to show up every weekend and be prepared because it's going to be a dogfight because everybody's trying to do exactly what they're trying to do. So other than that, I plan on coming back with another video sometime next week on the channel. And, I'll be making videos as much as I can throughout the remainder of the season. But like I said at the beginning of this video, I just been kind of busy with music projects. And, aside from that, it was my birthday as well. So I took some time off for that. And just with the Thanksgiving holiday, it was a busy pretty much last month. So if y'all want to follow me on one of my social platforms, you can find me either on TikTok. I know a lot of y'all follow me on TikTok, or Instagram at d._major music. I'm also on Twitter. I talk more about football on Twitter as to where on my other two accounts, mostly Instagram, I talk more about music production. On TikTok as well as Twitter, you can find a little bit more of my Raiders related content. But, it's all love. Follow me on one of those platforms. And if you are hip hop fans, I'll actually leave the link in the description to my latest EP, Major Moves 4. Go ahead, check that out. I appreciate all the support, whether it's here on this Raiders content or on my music. And y'all stay blessed. Happy holidays, and I'm out.